Cecile here, your full-time spoken word poet and creative, and this video is all about how to improve your memory. Now, as a full-time creative, I have had to remember a lot of poems over the years. Sometimes I've had ample amount of time to memorize, and sometimes I only have a couple of days. And so this video is all about how to improve retention, how to improve your memory, and how to remember things in a short period of time or in a longer period of time. One of the things that has helped me to improve my memory over the years is by relying less on my devices. And so one thing that I have done quite often and tend to do as often as I can is if I travel somewhere on the 5th time, I will try and remember the route without a sat-nav. Or if, for example, I need to remember a poem, I will gradually remove the aid of the paper or my phone so that I can remember it better. Or if I'm traveling to go and get some groceries and I would typically have a list, I will gradually remove the list. And I tend to use a technique called the memory palace technique, which is incredibly helpful for remembering things by using pictures and associations. So if you feel like you're struggling to remember and you feel like you're struggling to put things together in your mind, or remember where are my keys, or how do I remember that script, or how do I remember that poem or that piece of writing or that scripture, start to take away your devices slowly, implement the memory palace technique, and it will completely change your life, I promise you. The second thing that I have continued to do for the past couple of years is learn a language. And I can't describe to you how helpful it is, but science can. And essentially, the working memory is really important because it helps you to retain information in the midst of distractions. And that's what a language helps you to do. It helps you to retain information in the midst of distractions because it's building that muscle of working memory. And so if you feel like you're struggling with your memory, if you're struggling with remembering the script, as I mentioned before, then implement learning a language. It will help you to work that prefrontal cortex muscle and get it moving so that you can remember things a lot better. If you would like to actually know more about the memory palace technique, there is a brilliant book that I read, I think about 2 or 3 years ago, and it's called You Can Have an Amazing Memory. And I believe the author is Dominic O'Brien, and it goes through multiple techniques. You have an amazing memory, we just all don't know how to use it. And that book will go through memorizing a deck of cards, the memory palace technique. All of these things are within our reach, but we just have to train our brain to do the thing that we need it to do, and that is to essentially remember. The final tip that I have to improve your memory is to change your diet, and this I think has been one of the biggest game changers for me. When I started implementing brain foods into my breakfast and morning routine, I started to be more alert, I was able to remember things a lot better, my perceptiveness was a lot better. And I think just doing the research and taking the time to research what is actually good for my brain, what is good for my body, what increases my alertness, what increases my perception. Just adding those things slowly into your diet will completely change the game. I'm reading this book currently called Brain Food. I love this book, I'm obsessed. But it literally talks about brain food and the things that help your memory and prevent things like dementia and Alzheimer's. These things are so important so that we can have not just a good memory for now, but a good memory for the future. And also, if you are a creative and you need to retain things and learn things, then you need things that are going to be good for your body because you have to work from the inside out. And so eating your salmon, eating your avocados, your blueberries, your broccoli, these are all brilliant for the brain because they help with that perceptiveness, they help with that energy, they help with moving forward. And so do what's good for your body and do what's good for your brain so that your memory will thank you in the future. Well, that was a really short video, but I hope you enjoyed. If you do have any questions or you'd like me to cover this topic in a different way, then just leave a comment. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.